Hey everyone, welcome to the tour of Marietta. This is a 2 day race down in SoCal. I got footage from day one here. It's a criterium L shape like you see in the top right there, mostly going left with one right turn. The side with the start finish is kind of long, so it makes that finishing straight a pretty long time. There's a little bit of a wind here. We're going into the headwind on this side. So it was a crosswind on those long straight parts, which is important to remember for later. This is the Cat 2-3 race. I have been pretty active to this point. I'm just by myself, so I didn't really want to try to initiate moves. I was just trying to follow and ended up missing the move of the day. There was two guys that got off the front. I think they're already off the front at this point, and they got like a 15-second gap. It never really went crazy far out. It always looked bridgeable. It was so tempting to just go thermonuclear and try to get across to it, but I told myself I'd come for upgrade points, so I knew I could do well in a field sprint, so it didn't really matter to me if we were sprinting for first or for third. I only needed a few more points to get my Cat 1, and that was my goal for the weekend. So I put a little bit of effort into chasing it. I helped roll turns at the front. I took a couple of hard digs on the side with the crosswinds, where I could put it in the gutter, but I was staying pretty well within myself for the finish, knowing that I was confident in my ability to field sprint. You can see here, it was really on and off in the chase. There would be like this guy just goes thermonuclear from the front, lights it up, and I thought he was gonna like just like bridge all the way across. I think there's a couple guys in like no man's land that he makes it across to, but doesn't go all the way. But he pins it here, puts it over in the gutter. We're going 35 miles an hour, and I was happy to follow this kind of move. Yeah, that's not the break. Those are just guys in no man's land who were trying to bridge and aren't going to make it. A lot of times in these lower category races, once the break gets established, everyone wants to be in the break all of a sudden, but like nobody was willing to put in the work to be in, like, to establish a break in the first place. So he pulls off there, and I go on the right side. The wind is coming from our left now, so I was putting it in the gutter there, trying to not give everyone as good of a draft behind me. There's still the two guys off the front. This kept happening. Like a little bridge attempt would go, and then no one would make it, and then once they brought back the group, they would kind of sit up again. So this was my last reel showing on the front. 7 to go, you see. I just started sitting in waiting for the field sprint at that point. So I skipped ahead to 2 laps to go here. Those riders are still off the front. There's some teams who are not in the break, but they're not organizing and chasing like a team, which is definitely happen. This tends to happen a lot in 2-3 races. All of a sudden, everybody forgets like how far they've come in the sport, and they start racing like it's Cat 4s again. Just everyone wants to race for themselves. So we're going really slow. We're all the way across the road there, and I my plan for this sprint was probably wanted to be like between third and fifth into the last two corners. It's so far from the last corner to the finish that you don't want to be first. That's way too early. But there's still people who aren't quite ready to give up yet. They're still going for it. I think the field started with like 60 something guys. I didn't realize how much attrition there was since I was like at the front actively racing, but I guess a lot of guys didn't make it to the last lap. So the field is reduced at this point. I'm still trying to float near the front. I'm on the downwind side here, so I don't hate this, but would like to be in the wheels. There we go. And these are the last two corners that we're coming into. We're going to hit 1 to go when we come through the line again. So I'm just trying to stay near the front here. I don't want to be on the front yet. And that's the last corner right there. And yeah, we're still getting a good draft. No team control here. You can see they're lining it up, but like I think that's just because nobody wants to take the front. It's not really like a strong concerted chase. And you can see actually as a Tyroon guy takes a flyer here. It's another NorCal team. And I thought it might actually work because everyone was just like looking at each other. Nobody really wanted to do the work. But you'll see, we catch him super late. So we're at one to go now. I I just want to stay like first five wheels. I'm willing to spend some matches to stay there too, but like I don't want to take the front. But you can see we're going so slow. Everyone's sitting up into this wind, and I started yelling at the guys on the front here. I was like, "Go, go, go!" And it didn't really elicit any movement from them. Sometimes guys will just hear yelling and like think it's their teammates, so it doesn't hurt to like be talking. But I find my way to the outside there, which I liked that. Got some clear air. I, I want to have an out at this point. Be able to accelerate when the race goes, and so I don't mind going to the inside here. I think I'm gonna even go inside this guy. No, follow him through, and then this is pretty far forward, but this guy's gonna sit up after he takes his little acceleration. And I was just looking back the entire time at this point. I knew people were coming over the top, and I was ready to go. And there you can see the spike in power because I saw this guy coming on the left, and am able to spike up the power enough to get up to his wheel fairly easily. And I'm going to end up taking this corner fourth, which is like right where I wanted to be. And I think I even get past one guy right there. And then, unfortunately, my GoPro dies. So went into the last corner in third. I was able to come around both of the two guys in front of me in the final straight, but two more guys from behind came past. Sorry, I don't have the footage for it. I ordered a new battery, so hopefully this doesn't happen again. But yeah, ended up third in the sprint, which was fifth on the day, and that was enough upgrade points for me to get my Cat 1. So this will be my last 2-3 race. So thanks for watching, guys.